During Black Women's Jason and Brett raggedy ass is why the old group is. I think you have me confused with your dead parents.
You're confusing me. You're confusing me with your parents, okay?
VBS, I just turned the water on. Big old flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my lip, truck look like brains.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my Chanel. It's your sister, Jessie Woo. If you're new here, please make sure that you subscribe. You can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's Selling Sunset is Racist Black Women's Month. During Black Women's Selling Sunset is Racist Black Women's Month. Okay, we're going to get into Jet and Brett's raggedy asses. Okay, they're going to be right up there with Chris Colleen raggedy ass. Jason and Brett are raggedy. Two raggedy ass midgets who run the O group on sexism, racism, favoritism, and a whole bunch of other isms. They're not smart. They're not bright. Okay? They have no real policies at this brokerage. There's no HR department to regulate behavior and policy to keep everybody in line and making sure that everybody's focusing on selling homes. There's so much wrong with this show and this brokerage. And if you've watched my reviews, again, I've been clocked the racism from last season. Been clocked it. Been clarked it. From last season, especially when there was a scene between Mary, Romaine, and Chelsea. I even interviewed Chelsea about it. If you want to look on my YouTube channel, you'll see my old interview with Chelsea from a year ago. I don't be wrong. I just be early. And as a Black women's, watching this season of Selling Sunset was super triggering, to say the least. It was just disgusting. It was a reminder of the constant daily microaggressions, macroaggressions that I go through as a Black woman. I remember when I used to work in corporate spaces, the micro and macroaggressions I would experience there. That I would experience in those spaces, The fact that Mary was more angry about Chelsea sending her flowers than she was with the robbery should tell you everything. I don't give a damn if Chelsea did do it for the cameras. Y'all are on a reality show. Even if she did do it for the cameras, everything you hoes is doing on Selling Sunset is for the cameras. Y'all ain't selling no homes. Everything y'all are doing is for the cameras, okay? We're going to get into that, but you know what? This video is going to focus on episode 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to make a separate episode that's going to solely focus on the Mary and Chelsea and a little bit of Chriselle. We're going to talk about Bri too. Bri, I'm going to get more into you in my next video, but let me just say this. I clocked this last season as well. I'm going to go deeper this season. Just cause a non-Black woman is with a Black man, it doesn't mean that she likes Black people, specifically Black women. And Bri, I don't care how many Black women you hang with. I don't care how many lace front wigs you put on. I don't care how much AAVE you speak. You're not a Black woman. And watching this season, your hatred for the only Black woman was so loud that if I were a Black woman in your life, you would have to see about me. You would have to see about me, because aiding in the micro and macro aggressions that Mary was enacting against Chelsea told me everything I needed to know about how you feel about Black women. Chelsea didn't do anything to you. Okay? She didn't do anything to you that deep. She didn't say anything to you that the world wasn't telling you already. You are Nick Cannon's 20th baby mama. Everybody was talking about that shit. The cast was talking about it as well. Chelsea was the only one that y'all focused on. We saw it on camera. Several of the other cast members talked about you being Nick Cannon's 20th baby mama. It's not a secret. It's not something to be excited about. And while you throwing out the word hoes, Chelsea was a wife. Chelsea was a wife to her ex-husband. Okay? You was a wife for 15 minutes with that little boy who was throwing footballs, and carrying on. I'll give you that. But you were never Nick Cannon's wife. You're not going to be. Okay? So when you throwing around hoes, Chelsea had one husband and one man that she was linked to. If we go into your history, it tells a different story, sister. And I say this as somebody who's met you, spent time with you. You were nice from what I recall, but watching you be macro-aggressive towards Chelsea on this show, disgusting. Disgusting. Uncalled for. Chelsea never said anything about you all season. Didn't say anything about you all season. What's really going on? I don't understand that. Hey, Mbakwapan. What's really the tea? What really the fuck is good with you? This was just, watching this season was ridiculous. Again, I'm going to get more into the Chelsea, the Bri, the Mary, in my next review. In this review, I want to talk about Nicole. I want to talk about Nicole, right? So we're going to review the first 3 episodes, but let me say this before we go into the review, or let me ask y'all this question. What Nicole said was messed up, but was she wrong? What Nicole said was fucked up, but was she wrong though? That's the question that I have for this section, for this video. And I want y'all to just really think about it. I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh my God, you're not supposed to talk about nobody's parents. You're not supposed to talk about nobody dead daddy, dead mama. I get it. But we're going to review this. And I just want to ask y'all, what she said was fucked up, but was she wrong though? That's the question, and we're going to go back to that, okay? So episode 1, out the gate, Chelsea is clocking that y'all hoes don't know how to cook. Out the gate, episode 1, we 2 minutes in, Chelsea, Emma, and Chriselle are viewing a home, and they're in the kitchen. First of all, the home was beautifully constructed. Chelsea pointed out that you could tell that an owner was the one who provided the furniture. The owner was very mindful of the layout of the home.
By owner, in the sense that they've really put high quality materials into the home. It's stunning.
When they get to the kitchen, again, it's very apparent the owner is very, very included in the vision that they have for this home, because in the kitchen on the stove, the kitchen had this a modern version of a range hood. You know how sometimes in kitchens you'll see it right over the stove, but it's supposed to be there to absorb the smells of the food and all that. I believe that's what that was. And in that kitchen, you saw it come from the counter, which was very, very cool.
Watch this. Oh, I'm so here for
Is this a TV?
No. What? You don't cook, do you?
No.
But she's clocking that y'all hoes don't cook, okay? Clock that. Now, do we need to cook these days, ladies? Absolutely not, okay? But she clocked that. We do know that Chelsea really enjoys cooking. So afterwards, there's a scene where we're back at the brokerage for the first time with all the ladies. Chelsea was not there, I believe. I think she was the only one that wasn't present. But anyway, we're at the brokerage and everybody is talking about what they're working on, what homes they're working on, where the home is, what they're looking to sell the home for.
I'm working on a home in Calabasas.
Everybody is detailing the homes that they're selling or the homes that they're working on, whether they're staging it. And then you have Bri who, are you going to sell any homes this season? Because while everybody else was talking about the homes that they're listing, and then you have Bri who doesn't think that she needs to be focused on real estate. There's a moment where literally the girlies were playing around and Jason was like, hey girls, I need y'all to focus on real estate. And she was like, why?
Girls, we gotta just focus on real estate.
Do we?
It's very serious.
Mind you, this is the same girl who always needs to co-list with somebody. She always got a co-list with this person, that person. She got a co-list with several people because she can't sell a home worth a damn.
I'm hoping to co-list, and Jason and Mary and I are co-listing a $20 million property.
So it's like, girl, Bri, is we gonna see you sell a home this season? Is we gonna see you sell a home this season? And then during this meeting, there's all this shade towards Chelsea. Like, you would have thought that Chelsea had did something to the girlies. Like, did she cuss y'all out? Did she steal from somebody? Did she steal a co-list? No.
Chelsea?
I mean, I haven't talked. Oh, I haven't talked to her.
It's just all this unnecessary shade, and I don't understand where it's coming from.
Yes,
I
we get
didn't do
emails every
anything to
day,
her,
so
okay?
tell them when you talk to them to get their asses back here.
Or not.
Especially with you, Bri, because yes, last season, she did tell you that it was pretty, you know, she don't really agree with the lifestyle of being a 20th baby mama, even if it is Nick Cannon. But also last season, you exposed her husband for cheating on her, right? Now, here's the difference between you and Chelsea. You are okay with being part of a harem of women. Chelsea, on the other hand, her husband cheated on her, and what she do? Divorcé. She divorced him, right? So y'all are on different planes. Y'all not the same. Y'all is not the same, okay? I think that y'all both had y'all moments with each other. So going into this season, I'm not understanding what the fuck is going on. I'm not understanding. It was very much tit for tat last season, okay? Very much, okay, y'all evened out the playing field. So I'm not understanding what's all this tension that's going on. Also, Amaza, what do? They say you stage homes, but you ain't staged not one home this season. We didn't see you do nothing this season. Like, you was gone for like 3 episodes. Like, what was the tea? And honestly, having you gone made me realize that we don't really need you on the show. You don't bring much to the show. Sorry, sister. You just don't. So we got Bri visiting a house that's already listed by a realtor, and she's looking to co-list with that realtor because we know she cannot sell a home worth a damn by her damn self. And as she's looking to co-list with this realtor, you got her having time to change clothes, then go. Like, why do we have to see you change out of black boots into red boots? Like, what is going on?
I was unsure of my outfit when I left the house.
Not my leg.
Do you need that purse for no reason?
Like, what is the, like, what again? Like Jason said, can we please stay focused on selling homes? The outfit wasn't given like that. I'm sorry, okay? Like, it wasn't that deep, okay? So now we in the home, we looking around or whatever, and Bri is asking this realtor to do a 50-50 split, which I thought was crazy. He was like, it's going to be 70-30.
70-30 if you can close this deal. Wait for the money to start showing up.
It could be 50-50.
I don't think that's fair.
And she's like, I'm looking for 50-50. Girl, what? Mind you, the man already did the work. You're just coming over here, you know, promising to bring clientele, which, listen, I get it. But also, girl, where are do you be selling homes? Do you be selling homes, though? Like, where are the homes that you be selling?
But I will settle on 60-40 because I feel like that's a fair split.
Okay, so they finally settle on 60-40, where she gets 40, then the guy gets 60. Okay, cool. Moving on. Also, may I just add, the music this season is just, it's loud. Like, I usually can like do okay with the Selling Sunset music, but for some reason the music this season just was too much for me. Is it just me? It's too damn loud. It's too damn loud. But anyway, we have Bri and Mary later on in the episode. They meet up and, you know, it's given very much lace front wig, you know, very much AAVE, very much African-American vernacular, you know, very much black girl aesthetic. And before y'all come into my comments, I know black women did not create wigs. I know black women did not start wigs. Every race, okay, every denomination of women's wears wigs, right? But however, there is a clear black girl aesthetic when it comes to the wigs. And I don't know. I don't really rate seeing Bri bring on the black women's aesthetic while I'm seeing you put down a black women's all season. I don't vibe with that. I don't rate it. I don't vibe it. Like, it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. Okay? If you're going to go around here giving the black girl aesthetic, I'm going to need you to honor the only black woman that's on the show with you.
This?
She's so pretty.
She's so pretty. I got it from Nick.
Okay? Okay. Hopping on and off of black dick is one thing. Okay? Just because you hopping on and off of black dick don't mean that you get a pass to be very, very micro and macro aggressive against black women. Bri, girl, get it together. Now, Emma and Nicole meet up, right? And they're obviously meeting up because at the end of last season, Nicole, see, here's the thing, right? Let me say one thing about Selling Sunset. The girlies don't know how to just throw light shade. They always have to go super deep and personal. The way Nicole's neck would have got dragged from me, the moment Nicole would say, hey, neck, excuse me, neck, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello, neck. You know what I mean? Like, but no, y'all hoes gotta go so deep and personal and below the belt every time. Y'all don't know how to throw light shade, okay? Which is why the show is getting more, it's less fun than what it used to be. But anyways, Giraffe Neck and Emma, the homewrecker, meet up, okay? And they're having a conversation because clearly, obviously, at the end of last season, Nicole was throwing around accusations of Emma being a homewrecker, that she was sleeping with a married man. Now, here's my thing, right? My thing is Brett and Jason's cousin is the one that brought the tea to the cameras.
I just feel like Emma is not as nice as she seems, and she's hypocritical. I like to associate myself with people that, I don't know, have a good moral compass.
Brett and Jason's raggedy ass and they raggedy ass cousin is the one that brought that lie to cameras. Now, it doesn't mean that Nicole had to repeat it, right? I don't think she should have repeated it. I think she should have stayed out of it. And watching her act as if she don't understand why she's at the center of this and why she's being made to be the bad guy. And bitch, you're the bad guy because you carried the bone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna hop on a plane with someone's spouse when they have kids. Like, that's not cool.
You should have let Brett and Jason's raggedy ass cousin be the one to tell the homewrecker that she was a homewrecker. No, instead, you let her say it and then you made it your storyline. Okay? Boom. Period.
And she said, you know, when she revealed his name to you, you turned white as a ghost, looked like you were gonna cry, and ran away.
That's why you're the bad guy. I don't care the production made you do it. I don't care who made you do it. At the end of the motherfucking day, you chose to do it, so you are the bad guy, okay? But my thing is, while Giraffe Neck is the bad guy for doing that, why is nobody dragging Brett and Jason's raggedy ass cousin for bringing her raggedy ass on a raggedy ass show and saying that raggedy ass shit on them raggedy ass cameras? Like, why is nobody talking about that?
That is not what Jen said.
Mary and Amanda were not there when she
told this. No.
Why is nobody talking about? And let me tell you this. I believe it. I believe. I believe it. I think Emma was definitely down there with a married man. I believe it. Emma definitely gives me that, okay? When Emma was giving a story about the whole, he just was coming to me about investments.
This guy reached out to me to look at properties and to invest in my company.
And homes, and he wanted to invest in my business. Invest in your what business? Your empanada business? Who the fuck is around here trying to invest in empanadas at this time, during these social economy times? Girl, please. Who the fuck want to invest in an empanada business ran by a white lady? Can we be for real, please? Can we please be for real? Don't nobody want to invest in no white lady empanadas. Okay? That man was investing in your coochie, Emma. Point blank, period. We're just going to keep it a buck. He was investing in your coochie. Okay? I definitely believe the accusations that Emma got a little bit of traveling coochie. I believe it. I believe. I believe it. I'm sorry. But is that my business? No. Nicole, is it your business? No. If Emma want to have a traveling coochie, let her have that. That ain't none of your business, okay? So they're having a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, Emma's been dating a married man. Like I was having a full-blown affair with a married man.
I never said the word affair.
Playing with your
And Emma was reading her down. I mean, she was reading you the fuck down, bitch. Reading, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I get involved with something information I wasn't
I don't know. Maybe you
looking-
should have kept your mouth shut.
Honey, I didn't twist.
Don't call me honey.
So anyway, they agree to disagree. They move on. Emma's like, girl, fuck you. Me and my empanadas, we leaving. We not even gonna get nothing to eat because I got empanadas in the motherfucking car. So fuck you. Fuck your neck. And I'm getting the fuck out of here. Period.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm glad we made headway today.
That's the end of episode 1. So now we're in episode 2. Chriselle and Emma are at the ugliest home I've ever seen showcased on this show.
This actually would be a cute place to have like a dinner party, especially if it had a theme like
Yes, like a Clue dinner party.
Okay, this home was ugly as hell. It was $10 million. But anyway, they have a little conversation about what had happened with Emma and Giraffe Neck. And, Emma was basically like, listen, I'm going to beat the allegations with my success. I'm just going to focus on being successful, and that's how I'm going to beat the home wrecking allegations. Good for you. Good for you, Emma. Get your bag and sit your traveling coochie ass down. There was a scene where I think Jason was showing a home, and I think Bri showed up. I can't remember who else showed up. But then we come to find out, Bri has been with Nick Cannon for 10 years.
He's a keeper, I would say. If he wasn't before, he is now.
I suppose. I guess I'll keep him. You know, we're just a decade in. That's fine.
Has it been that long?
Yes.
10 years? This was shot at last year going into early this year. That was 2024. You've been with Nick Cannon since 2014? Hold on. Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey finalized their divorce in November 2016 after separating in December 2014.
the whole time you would the whole time.
Hold on. Hold on. Nicolas, c'est pas moi qui dis le nom. I'm just watching the show. Don't come for me. I'm just watching the show. Okay? According to how this is being filmed, okay, they started filming this in 2024, going into the top of this year. Okay? She said y'all been together since 2014. What month was it? Do you remember? 21st of December. Somebody check the date. Let's move on, bitch. Let's move on. Okay, now we down to the Thanksgiving dinner, right? Aman's a dusty ass. She having the Thanksgiving dinner. Let me say this. I'm calling Aman's a dusty because her behavior in this scene was so dusty to me. Like, it was so dusty to me. But let's talk about what took place, and then we're going to talk about, like, how I feel about it, right? So, they at this Friendsgiving dinner. Emma and Nicole start going at it again. And I'm confused because y'all just had this lunch where y'all aired each other out. You agreed to disagree. So why are we talking about this again, right?
What Nicole did to me was the worst thing that you could do to another woman.
Oh my God, this just makes me feel like our whole meeting earlier is all for naught.
So they going back and forth. And then you got Chriselle hopping right on in. Not out, but in. Okay, so she getting her licks in on Nicole too.
And making a point, Chriselle.
I'm waiting for it. I'm
I don't
literally on
care.
the edge of my seat.
No
for
one's
your
talking
point.
to you.
So as Chriselle is chomping down on Nicole, you have Amanza telling Nicole to shut the fuck up.
You can't choose what I do, bitch. I'll do whatever I want.
No shit.
Thank you.
This is my dinner. Shut the fuck up.
I love
Mind you, Nicole is your friend. Your friend is sitting next to you. You invited her here. You got Emma and Chriselle reading her for filth, chomping the fuck down on her ass, but you telling her to shut the fuck up. Like, like over and over again. Shut the fuck up, shut up. Like over and over again. It was kind of ridiculous to watch. I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, what's going on? Is she your friend or what? Like, what's the tea?
I love you, but you fucked up.
Where was your energy like this when it was me?
So they going back and forth with each other. And Nicole is telling Amaza, girl, you're my friend. Like, I'm looking for support. You're not supporting me. You're telling me to shut the fuck up about what I said about Emma and her traveling coochie. But mind you, you've never said anything about them accusing me of doing drugs. Mind you, remember last season, Chriselle threw this big accusation about Nicole being a crackhead. Okay. So then when she mentions that, you have Chriselle who was like, I mean, did I lie though?
It was fucked up. You're on drugs. You're this. It was fucked up. Period.
Even
I'm
if
being
it was
honest.
Did I lie though? You got Chriselle doubling down. Well, bitch, did I lie? Did I lie? Did I motherfucking lie?
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
This shit is a mess. So she's like, I called you a crackhead because you are a crackhead. So then Nicole was like, bitch, Nicole said, I think you have me confused with your dead parents.
You're confusing me. You're confusing me with your parents, okay? You seem to be obsessed.
Girl, that is not the work of the Lord, okay? I'm sorry. That is not the work of the Lord, all right? So when she said that to Chriselle, I want y'all to notice something. Chriselle wasn't shocked. Everybody else was, oh my God, everybody else was gagged. Chriselle was not gagged.
You're confusing me with your parents, okay? You seem to be obsessed with drugs.
Chriselle was not gagged. Maybe it was shock. Maybe Chriselle just was pondering, okay, should I jump over the table and slap this hoe? Like maybe it was her taking a moment. But I will say I noticed she was not gagged. So take that information how you want it. I'm just saying, if somebody said that to me, mind you, my daddy is a crackhead. If you watch this channel, you know during Black Women's Jason and Brett raggedy ass is why the old group is fucked. You know Jessie Woo's daddy's a crackhead. Well, he's not a crackhead no more. He used to be a crackhead, but you know, I hope he ain't doing crack no more. He ain't doing crack no more. I don't think so. Let's move on. So she calls Chriselle's dead parents crackheads, okay? And bitch, you would have thought that she had called Chriselle's dead parents crackheads by the reactions.
Nicole, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Why are you so Jesus? Just get her out.
Nicole, remove yourself.
Over and over.
Everybody's pissed off. Everybody's done. Dinner's done. Party done. Party done. Party done. Tout bagay fini. Unplug the microphones. Unplug the microphone. Unplug the stereo. Unplug the DJ soundboard. Page musique. Tout bagay fini. Everything's done, bitch. Everybody's leaving, right? And so Amaza is mad as fuck at Neck. But my thing is, again, what Neck said was horrible. But was Neck wrong? And here's why I asked that, right? How many accusations is Nicole supposed to take from these women before she throws an accusation of her own? Now, granted, listen, some things should be off limits, right? I'm from Dade County. Your mama, your daddy, everybody could get it. Like, your mama hold, like, I grew up on that. I know it's not really popular maybe to say that anymore, but I kind of grew up on that. So that doesn't really faze me. But then also, Chriselle has been on camera talking about her parents, you know, doing drugs. So she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. My thing is, while Nicole, what she said was fucked up, I'm not understanding why Chriselle always gets to be this victim. She gets to be this victim and this bully. Like this always righteous, always all-knowing, she knows better, she does better than everybody, listen to me. Like, I just feel like, And Chriselle, I like her on the show. But is Chriselle a Cancer? I just find with Cancers, we do really have this problem where we always think we're right. We really have a problem with always thinking that we're right. And Chriselle's starting to give you Cancer. Like, she's starting to give me a Cancer. Because it's kind of like at extreme levels now. It's like, okay, sister, like, okay, what Nicole said was messed up. But how many accusations can you throw at this woman before she throws out an accusation of her own?
You're a sick person. OD. You're on cocaine. I didn't OD on cocaine.
So was she wrong for retaliating? I think what she said was wrong, but I also think what she said wasn't wrong. Does that make sense? Like, I think what Nicole said was dead ass wrong, but I also think that what Nicole said wasn't wrong. Because it's like, how many times are you going to poke the bear before the bear claws you up? You kept poking the bear. Now you got clawed by the bear and now you mad. Like, what's going on? You don't always get to pick the way someone retaliates, right? And I don't think it's a good thing to bring a gun to a knife fight. However, I don't get to choose that. So drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on that. Episode 3 starts off with Chriselle and Amanda. I think, they're talking about what had happened at the Friendsgiving dinner. Chriselle talks a little bit about her parents and the fact that she lost both of her parents very, very close together in time.
First of all, yes, my parents have done drugs. They grew up in the fucking 70s, okay? But they died from lung cancer.
So, it's very painful. It's a very painful thing to think about. It's a very painful thing to have had experienced. And, Nicole saying what she said was very triggering. And listen, I get it. Like, it's sad. It's very sad. But also, what do you think you calling her a drug addict, a crackhead, what do you think that does to her? How do you think that might trigger her? I think like with Chriselle, it's always me, 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 me. She doesn't take the time to see how her words can possibly affect another person. That's my thing with Chriselle. She's always the victim. Always the victim. And I'm not saying that she be wrong, but I'm saying she be wrong. Does that make sense? During Black Women, she be wrong. Black Women's Month, she be wrong sometimes. Okay? Period. Also, Amanda saying that Nicole should apologize. Apologize for what? Let me ask y'all something. Why do y'all be wanting people who ain't sorry to apologize to y'all? Like, have you ever had somebody apologize to you and you knew they weren't sorry? What did that do for you? Like, what did that do for you? Now, if that person is someone that you have to work with or you have to be around, maybe it's a professional setting. Well, actually, as I'm talking, maybe that's why. Because even though this is a show, it is a professional setting. She does have to be around this woman. But also, I just feel like it's a lot of apologies to go around. It's a lot of apologies to go around here. Nicole's not the only person. Period. And mind you, this all started based off of Jason and Brett's raggedy ass with a raggedy ass cousin coming on this raggedy ass show to expose Emma and her traveling coochie. So yeah, it's a lot of apologies to go around. Nicole's not the only person who owes Emma and her traveling coochie an apology. Okay, so we finally see Chelsea. We didn't see her in episode 2, which I thought was weird. We finally see her. She is showcasing a house to Tyrese.
When you say ready, I say let's go. Let's go.
The home was beautiful. You see Zelly, who's his girlfriend, and his daughter. And I'm sorry, the fact that his girlfriend and his daughter look so close in age really has me questioning Tyrese and what he's attracted to.
Did a little something for me, but I really hope that this is...
Your daughter and that girl look very close in age. I know that Zelly is of age. I know she's grown, but it's just like, just that optic didn't hit for me. But anyway, Chelsea is showing him this home. The home is very beautiful. You could tell that Chelsea knows what she's talking about. She knows the structure. She knows the features. She knows all the amenities that the home comes with.
Just under 8 million. It's 5,650 square foot. And I will say,
And not only does she know what the home comes with, Chelsea is a very good talker. She can talk you into buying ice if you are a polar bear. Okay, she's very good at that. As she's showing Tyrese and Zelly and his daughter the home, it goes from daylight to sunlight. I was like, damn, how long were they in this motherfucking house filming? But anyway, there was a moment where you had Zelly talking about, ooh, I can't wait to be in here. I want to be naked. I want to be naked on this balcony. Apparently the home comes with no neighbors, which is a very big selling point for Tyrese.
I'd be naked here all the time.
No, you would not.
But then Tyrese starts doing this whole fake, deep thing where he gazes off into, the space, and he realizes that the home is not for him. Is definitely giving more bachelor pad versus family.
And put a nice little blanket on and sit in front of a fireplace. It doesn't give me that warmth.
Mm-hmm. So Chelsea does let him know, hey, like, now that I know what you're looking for, I'm going to go ahead and show you the homes that fit, the vision that you have for your family within your home. And as they were having this conversation, you see Chelsea talking about how, showing Tyrese this home actually has rejuvenated her. She's newly divorced. She shares that she's newly divorced. She did divorce her husband. And so now, finances have a different look for her. She's depending more on herself than, depending on her husband like she used to. Even though she was always keeping her own bag, but she had a husband in the home. And so now that she doesn't have that, finances look different for her. But despite all of that, she's very happy. She's very confident in this new journey that she has. And she's ready to sell these homes, period.
I have this edge to me that I didn't have before because I've really gone through some shit. And now I feel better mentally, spiritually, physically.
Nick and Mary meet, and I'm not going to really say much about this meetup because it's still just a whole bunch of regurgitated things, but I am going to make note that Mary was willing to meet with Nicole on camera, someone that she's had a lot of issues with over the years. She had no problem meeting with Nicole and her neck on camera, but didn't have that same energy for Chelsea as we're going to see later on in the season. But also, I want to make note, whatever it is that you're doing to your lips, whatever you're doing here, Mary, stop it.
How long have we been friends? You're not going to give me any benefit of the doubt?
Your ancestors didn't give you that, okay? Stick with what your ancestors gave you, because you're another one who is actively being microaggressive to a Black woman, but them ain't the lips that you walked into the old group with. Okay, let's go ahead and revert back to your ancestral lips because you look ridiculous. Ridiculous. Every time you try to form a couple words, it just looks like misery on your face. And it's just not enjoyable to watch. Thank you. Emma partnered with a restaurant to sell empanadas at night.
Oh my God, you guys look amazing! To be obviously an iconic restaurant that I partnered with. And it's right across from the office.
Yeah.
So we can pop in if we want to.
You can tell this is something that was just put on for the show. Ain't nobody in here eating no empanadas. Did y'all see anybody eating no empanadas? Didn't see nobody eating that white lady empanadas, okay? The cast look cute. They coming in. They trickling in. Cool. Chelsea comes in. She hugs everybody but Mary, period.
Wait, you look so...
Period. Please, please, please keep in mind how Mary treated her last season.
Her hoo-ha is out. It's not professional. I do take it a bit of a dig that you would come to me in front of our two bosses.
Very microaggressive about her wardrobe. Meanwhile, you got the rest of these hoes at this fucking brokerage showing titty, leg. It's nothing for them to do that. Midriff. It's nothing for them to do that. But Chelsea has shorts on, and Mary decided to confront Chelsea about her shorts in front of Brett and Jason. Very macro aggressive. And then later on, she would try to check Chelsea about it when Chelsea was checking her, and she brought backup. She brought Romaine and was all up in Chelsea's face.
Where's my bodyguard? Where's my bodyguard? Call up your husband. Call up your husband.
Very macro aggressive, very racist, and very dangerous to have your man all up in Chelsea's face like that. And Chelsea had no man of her own. Her husband wasn't there to stand up for her. There was no man next to her. It just was very disgusting and violent. So Mary wouldn't get a hug or a kiss from me either. Fuck you. Period. Good for you, Chelsea, for ignoring that hoe. Neck is at the brokerage with Jason and Brett's dusty ass, Jason and Brett's raggedy ass. Okay, they asked her to come in early and they bring up the whole Friendsgiving of it all. And, you know, Jason is very pissed. They're both pissed, but Jason in particular is very pissed. And we know why. Because he used to be swimming up in Chriselle's insides, okay?
I snapped back. I knew it was savage. But enough. I didn't call her names. I just said,
you should have just called her names.
Again, this brokerage is not ran by your resume. Because if it was, Bri wouldn't be there. If it was ran according to your resume and your experience, Bri wouldn't be there. Period. Okay? This brokerage is ran by who done rolled Jason's dick. We know Mary has rolled it. I believe Nicole, if I'm not mistaken, has rolled it a time or two. We know Chriselle has rolled it a time or two before she got with her partner now. This is what the brokerage is ran on. Who coochie have I swam in? Whose traveling coochie have I traveled to? That's what the brokerage is ran on favoritism. Obviously, Mary is a favorite for Jason and Brett. And so they are having this back and forth with Nicole about what happened. And ultimately, they asked Nicole to leave.
You're going to have to leave this office. I don't see this as Chriselle versus Nicole.
And she is right to assume that Jason asked her to leave because of his devotion to Chriselle. She's absolutely right to believe that.
This conversation is making it quite clear how much devotion Jason still has towards Chriselle.
My thing is, where's HR? Where's HR? Wouldn't this constitute as wrongful termination? Because here's the thing, right? What happened didn't happen at the office. Now, granted, it could affect things that happen at the office, but also granted, all these women behave bad. All of them behave bad. Okay? If it's bad for Neck to tell Chriselle that her dead daddy and dead mama are crackheads or were crackheads when they were still living, is it not also bad for Chriselle to keep calling that lady a crackhead? Like, what is going on? Like, why is one greater than the other? They're both bad. They're both bad, right? But also, it happened away from the brokerage. So for me, I don't understand what that has to do with selling homes. I don't get what that has to do with selling homes. If you're going to talk about the fact that it affects what's going on in the brokerage, then I feel like Chriselle and Nick should have got fired. Also, the way that Jason and Brett's raggedy ass are ignoring the fact that their raggedy ass cousin is the one who came to these raggedy ass cameras and told that raggedy ass story about Emma having traveling coochie. The way they're ignoring that is crazy to me. It's crazy to me because y'all set this up. Your cousin set this up. So everybody else is cool, but Nicole gotta go. I don't know how I just don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. Also, just in my opinion, making Nicole leave solves what? Like, how many women have left the O group and y'all are still having this same problem, the cat fights in the office? You know why? Because Brett and Jason's raggedy ass are the problem. Brett and Jason's raggedy asses are the problem at the O group. Y'all run this business off of sex, who you favor, racism, microaggressions. This is literally how you operate your business. Y'all are the problem. It's not just the women. All of you are complicit. And in my opinion, Brett and Jason are the worst part of the problem. Because at the end of the day, all these women are trying to impress you. They're, oh, well, let me go see Brett. Let me see what Jason gonna say. Especially you, Jason. Let me go see what Jason not gonna like this. Let me go have a talk with Jason. Especially the women who have greased your cock. Jason, y'all are the problem. And so, okay, Neck leaves. Who's next? Who's next? Every season, you're having to have 2 to 3 people leave because y'all are the problem. Y'all are the problem, the biggest problem at the O group. Now, post the show, Nicole did go on TikTok Live and she addressed some of the things, some of the accusations that have been thrown about her. And she addressed some of the accusations that have been flying around about her being a crackhead and, you know, all those different things, and her doing drugs with Amanza. She denies that. But she did a live, and here is a piece of that live for you to see.
Okay, I'm going to talk about this one time and one time only. I am not hiding anything whatsoever. I am revealing everything, because these drug accusations, which I've been dealing with for 3 years now, and now the escalation of, you know, this OD accusation is just infuriating and out of hand. I think, as most of you know by now, I like weed gummies. Little 5 milligram gummies, that's my jam. Taking a gummy, get in the hot tub, listen to some music, that's a great Saturday night for me. I digress. I have done Molly a handful of times in my life. I've done mushrooms a handful of times in my life. I believe in, I don't remember what season, Chriselle said that, I even offered her mushrooms. First of all, I wouldn't offer you anything, okay? Second of all, anyone who has done mushrooms, you do it with a very small circle of people, generally outside, in nature, and you do it with a small circle, so you're with people you trust. I would never do mushrooms anywhere near her. Are you kidding me? That would be horrible. I would never put myself in that position. Cocaine. I've done cocaine. The first and last time I did cocaine, I was 22 years old. I met Mary and Amanda the same night, 2 months before I turned 30. 22 years old, first and last time, met them 2 months before I turned 30. Let me also explain why cocaine is so triggering to me and why I believe they have used this against me, because they know it's a trigger and they know I'm going to react. Because, well, first of all, if you're accused on a worldwide stage of doing something that you do not do, find me someone who wouldn't be upset by that. When I was 22, again, the time, first and last time that I did cocaine, I was in a very tumultuous 7-year on and off again relationship. I met this man. The 4th day I moved to Los Angeles. He was much older than I was. We started living together very quickly, and he was a recovering cocaine addict. So over the course of, you know, our 7 years on and off again, he relapsed countless times. And every time he relapsed, I was scared for my life. Not because I thought he was gonna, you know, physically do anything to me, but I didn't know what he was going to do. He would turn into a raging monster. He would do horrible things. He cheated on me. Even hearing myself say this out loud, like, oh, girl, what were you thinking? It traumatized me. Absolutely traumatized me. I have PTSD from dealing with someone, you know, who had a very serious problem with that drug. And very quickly, I grew a deep, deep-seated hatred for that drug. I hate it. I hate the way people act on it. I hate what it does to them. I think there's no more disgusting drug in the world. I also want to say, I'm not trying to judge, and I'm not trying to pearl clutch here. You know, if you're an adult, responsible adult, and you want to do cocaine on your own time, you know, do you, boo. But I don't want this shit around me. And everyone in my circle knows that. In fact, the last time Amanda was at my house 3 years ago, after a bender night, she told me this. She had met her new PR team at the time at some hotel in Sunset. And she'd gone around to every single person at the bar, asking for cocaine, making such a ruckus that she not only got kicked out, but she got her new PR team and her husband kicked out of the hotel. They were supposed to stay there for a week. She's laughing about this because she's still high. And I'm like, oh God. So anyways, sitting outside, someone else, 3 of us hanging out. They keep going inside, keep going inside, keep going inside. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? So finally I see them like in my hallway with all the bath mats from my guest bathroom, and they're running to the laundry room. And I'm like, guys, what are you doing? At that point, they let me know that Amanda had brought cocaine over, and they were doing cocaine behind my back. I kicked them out of my house. I've always said to them, I don't care what you do. I'm not your mother. Do your thing. I'm not here to judge, but do not bring that shit into my house. You know how I feel about it. So the fact that Amanda so diabolically and specifically said on camera that we used to do blow together. Not one time ever. Not one time ever. Not only have we never done cocaine together, we've never done any drugs together. I swear on my husband, my dogs, my family, my sister, her 3 kids, her 2 twin boys in her stomach. I swear on my entire family and everyone I love and cherish in my life. Never have I ever done cocaine with Amanda. Ever. And I certainly didn't overdose on cocaine or any drug. Ever. I'm sure at one point I did tell Mary, you know, the first time I did it, that I felt like I was having a heart attack. And I'm sure she relayed that to Chriselle, because what a good friend. And so Chriselle took that and was like, all right, let's up the ante. How evil is that? And yes, I snapped in the moment, the Friendsgiving thing. Who wouldn't? Especially now that you know my full and complete history. Who wouldn't snap? Enough. And I'll be honest with you, there are people on our cast who, current day, struggle with drug abuse. Amanda, in particular, she has struggled with drug abuse for a very, 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 very long time. A very, 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 very long time before I ever met her. It started with meth. She graduated to cocaine. But I'm on the chopping block? Really? Just in case you're wondering, it's not defamation if it's true. If anyone wants to come at me about cocaine use or ODing, you're gonna get snapped back on, because it's not true and I've had enough. I've absolutely had enough. And I think it's okay to feel really angry about that. I'm not defending what I said, but you put a person in a situation where it's just like, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit the real world consequences that I've had to deal with this for the past 3 years. Again, around the world. No one cares. I've had enough. But I'm certainly not a drug addict. And I don't do cocaine. And I hate the fuck out of that drug. Because of my own personal past with an ex. By the way, someone who died. Not while we were together, but his struggles continued. So yes, I have also lost someone to a horrible disease like that. And that's also why it's so, how irresponsible is it to use that as a jab? To use that to take someone down? And that's what I was trying to point out. Like, Chriselle, you've gone through this. With parents that obviously you loved, like, but you're gonna use this as a jab? You don't have any compassion or empathy? Seeing how it destroyed your parents? Like, again, I don't know the exact details, but like, obviously it affected you deeply. That to me is just, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around. So anyways, that is everything. I'm not gonna continue defending myself because I don't have anything to defend. I don't do cocaine. Chriselle's never seen me do any drugs. I've never done any drugs with Amanda, and I'm done talking about it. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And also really appreciate the support that I've gotten. It means a lot, like it really does. So thank you. Okay.
DK, again, I have to ask you. Nicole was wrong for what she said, but was she wrong? Was she wrong? I believe that when you are in a heated argument, things are going to come out. Now, as long as you're not being racist, as long as you're not being colorist, as long as you're not being homophobic, as long as you're not being, Islamophobic, all, the phobics, as long as you're not going out of your way to insult a group of people, especially a group of people who are a minority that is constantly being beat down, I just feel like it's all fair game. It's all fair game. And even in that, sometimes I feel like you should get a pass, because at the end of the day, if you and I are going back and forth and I'm insulting you, I'm not seeking to insult a group of people, but I know nowadays that's how it's seen. But there's sometimes when I think, okay, come on, y'all, like this person was not trying to, you know what I mean? Like if two people are arguing and one person says, well, you're fat, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that person not coming for every fat person that exists. You know what I mean? It's mean, but I just think that sometimes it's like, yo, you're in the heat, you're in the heat of the moment, you're arguing, shit comes out. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that Nick should have been fired? Also, what do you guys think about the way that the actual brokerage is ran? And lastly, let me say this. Justice for selling Tampa. Justice for selling Tampa. I will never forgive y'all for getting that show canceled. I need y'all to understand that we are constantly being watched. That goes for what we engage with, what we put out there. And the way the Black community dragged them Black women on Selling Sunset, mind you, they were selling homes. They were about their business. You might have seen a short skirt or 2 or 3, but it was not given anywhere near this bullshit that we're seeing on Selling Sunset. But you know, hey, when you're a Black woman, grace is just something you're not afforded, even by your own folks. Drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
VBS, I just turned the water on. Big old